So today I am going to be working on some of our little wish bottles. Now, our wish bottles are just these little tiny corked bottles. We typically always use the diamond quartz in there. This one happens to have some faceted ruby gemstones. This one happens to have some blue sapphire. And actually, this is the one we're going to be recreating today. So let me just open this up. This is actually a cigar box that I got at the flea market here in Tampa. You might not know it, but in Tampa, a lot of the history of Tampa has to do with Cuban cigars. There are still Cuban cigar factories here. Very cool. So needless to say, there are lots of old wooden cigar boxes in the Tampa area. And I think I got this at the flea market for $1, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, this is just part of my little kit. I have my empty bottles that I use. And then these little trays are really handy. I'll actually, so like here's some amethyst, and these are nice because you can drop the gemstones in, and then when you're done, of course, you've got that corner so that it just pours right back out. But like I said, today, at least to start with, we're going to be working with blue sapphire, and this is natural blue sapphire, by the way. Not only is it natural, this sapphire was actually faceted in North Carolina by a family jewelry and gemstone operation there. Very, very cool. But yeah, so this is the sapphire I'm going to use to make some wish bottles. Now, we do have one little thing to take care of first, which is I've honestly forgotten the carat weight for each of both the gemstones and the diamond quartz. So the first thing we're going to do is separate these and weigh each material so that I know how much to put in each wish bottle. So let me put this back here for now. We're going to need our little scale. And then I think the easiest thing to do is just going to be to pour the contents here. Okay, and like I said, what's so nice about these is that they have that little corner, so they're very easy to work with, very easy to pour. And I actually just need one more. That way we can separate I think it might be easier just to pick these out one at a time. Although I will tell you, these tongs, they can be a bit tough, honestly. A lot of times I'll see gemstone vendors, making beautiful videos, and they use these exact tongs to sort of hold up and display their gemstones, and I have no clue how. I just can't get them to stay situated. I think it's almost like, oh, that one's a bit unattractive. I think it's almost like using chopsticks. There's certainly a skill to it. How are we doing here? Getting there. Some of these are really small. But I am curious to see the total carat weight. This is looking to me, if I had to guess, I know it's between 3 and 5 carats. This one alone is probably close to a carat. Oh my goodness. Look at this beautiful, can you see that? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pick that one up, honestly. It's a beautiful, here's what we're going to do. Give me 1 second. I actually have a different, I have a couple different pairs of tongs. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, false alarm. Yeah, these seem to be working very well. I'm curious if I can pick up that very beautiful baby blue sapphire. I have to tell you, I think we're going to be closer to 5 carats here. Remember that one sapphire that was so unattractive that I sat to the side? I did replace it, so that's the replacement sapphire. And there's only 2 left. This one, and then that very beautiful cornflower blue. I'm going to see. Oh gosh, here we go. I think I'm getting there. Now, I can't get too close. The focus is not perfect. And then, of course, there's that as well. So, actually, let me do this. I'm just going to hold this a bit closer. You can definitely, you can see that beautiful blue color against those deeper, darker sapphires. So now I think next we can, get our carat weights here. So let's be sure that our scale is turned on. And then we are on carat. So I wanted to make sure. Oh, I haven't thought this through very well because I don't know how to get it off of there. So here's what we're going to do. We'll put this little guy here, and then that clears out the weight, and then we'll just pour these on. So it looks like we're at about 4 carats actually, so just over 4.01 or 4.1 I should say. So about 4 carats in sapphire. So that's easy. Now we just need to find out what we have for diamond quartz. Now, diamond quartz, it looks very much like Herkimer diamonds, and it's the same, concept in terms of growth, but this is from Pakistan, so they call these Pakimer diamonds rather than Herkimer diamonds. And with these, I typically go by gram versus carats, so we're still at about 8.4 carats, but if we were to change the mode to gram weight, we're just under 2. So 1.67 grams. But I think we'll just go with 8.3, 8.4 carats. That's just an easier metric. So now that we've got that figured out, we can actually recombine those materials. And actually, I'll put it in here. This one makes it much easier to transfer into those little bottles. Now, the reason we call these wish bottles is just because think of it as like a message in a bottle. But of course, since you're pairing it with crystals, the crystals, especially the quartz, is said to sort of amplify those intentions, those wishes, those things that you want to manifest in your life. So you could just take a tiny piece of paper and write down whatever it is that you're working toward, your goal, your wish, your dream, and you can either put it inside or even, write it down and then just put your little wish bottle on top maybe even if you have a little crystal altar or something to that effect. So again, we're gonna make one of the sapphire bottles, and then this one's ruby, but I've actually got some amethyst ready to go. So I think we'll do an amethyst bottle as well. You know, one of our big ingredients too is obviously our diamond quartz, and I have to tell you, it is as much fun to get to play in all of this beautiful, beautiful, these crystals as you think it might be. So, let's see. I know I have my scoop here. Oh, I actually have 2 scoops in my box, and they're different. So this one is really nice because it's got that little point. So that can even be helpful for the wish bottles, but really nice for scooping. So sometimes I use this little metal scoop, but other times I'll use this bamboo. So yeah, but I think we should probably start with our sapphire first. So I'll put these here, and actually what we'll do, we'll put that one there. We'll zero that back out as much as possible. So we want to get as close to 4 carats as possible. So let's see, initially, might just drop a few in, and then I'm gonna make sure that we have at least a couple really standout pieces that I like. For example, here's a really deep blue I'm gonna drop right there. Let's find a larger one too. There are even some very pale green sapphires in here. I don't know if you can see that on your end. Okay, so we have just over 2 carats so far, but of course we have to get up to 4. Like I was saying, I really want to choose, look at that one. That one is so nice. I don't know, it's upside down, so I don't know how well that is showing up on your end. I know these are very petite. But hopefully you can see that this one, it's very beautiful. You know, I'm really not having very much luck, but it's very beautiful. And again, it's blue, but it has a very slight green color to it as well, which in natural sapphire, not terribly uncommon. There's a huge range of color. So anyway, let's get that one added in. I think we should do at least 1. That one puts us at 2.5, so I think we should do, oh my gosh, there's another really beautiful, almost green. And then I've got a deep blue to sort of contrast that one. And then here's a cornflower blue, so that's another very bright blue. And then, like I said, I think we should include at least 1 large sapphire like this one. So we'll add that one in as well. That puts us almost at 4 carats. So I think for the rest, let's add some small, because that looks really nice when it's mixed. Uh-oh, that one was not small. It looks really nice mixed with the diamond quartz. Look at that, perfect. Just over 4 carats. So that we can add to our wish bottle. You know, I almost forgot, but my wish bottles are still in my little kit back here. So this is my little wish bottle kit, and this is where I have my extra little wish bottle. So let me go ahead and take out 2 for now. These really are the cutest little bottles, and they're so perfect for this application too. So we're definitely going to do a sapphire and amethyst, but I have to tell you, I have some other gemstones, and I even have really beautiful tourmaline. And this is just mixed color tourmaline. I call this my watermelon tourmaline blend just because of the pinks and reds and greens, or I'm sorry, pinks, greens, and then yellows. All of those very pastel watermelon tourmaline colors. So we might make one of those as well. But for now, let's get that cleaned up. There's actually, let me show you. I don't know. Again, I know I'm not zoomed in very well at the moment, so I don't know that we'll be able to see this. I did lose one tiny piece back here. Okay. So this one is actually watermelon tourmaline. This one's so tiny. Look at that. It's so little. You can hardly see. So this one, it's very pale in color, but this one is actually a watermelon tourmaline. So it's pink in the very center, and then it's a very pale green around the perimeter. But yeah, very beautiful. Let me put that one back. I might go through these later and sort them and just see what really interesting pieces we do have in there, because sometimes there's really nice things mixed in. So officially, let's close this up for now, right? We have two. Let's get one more bottle just in case, but we have 3 total for now. And then we have our blue sapphire weighed. Now we need to weigh our diamond quartz, and I think, if I remember correctly, we said the diamond quartz was around 8 carats, right? Just over 8 carats. Before I do that, we should probably, like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and add the sapphire to the wish bottle. So I have those right there. So that's our, 4 carats of sapphire. Well, 4 carats. Earlier it was 4.12, right? It is. That is why you have this lid. Typically, you want to close this because when you're weighing carats, something as simple as the ceiling fan can actually affect the total weight. So you do want to, if you're trying to be extremely precise. Let's see. Oh wow, I did that all in one shot. I'm shocked. Okay, so there we have our sapphire. So now we just need our diamond quartz. So I think the diamond quartz is around 8 carats. So you don't need much, honestly. 8 carats is not very much. Very close, very close. Oh, there we are. So 8.26, I think we were at 8.3 or just over 8.3. Close enough. We're almost at 8.5 carats. So I think now we can add that to our wish bottle. Let's see if I can do this all in one take. We lost one, and that's not bad. Okay. So that one is right here. Oh my gosh. And there's actually a tiny one just here. And for good measure, now this one wasn't on the scale, but nonetheless. And guess what time it is? We are all set to put the cork back in that one. And I like to shake it up just a little bit, just to mix up the diamond quartz and the sapphire. But there we go. See how cute those are. Now we will actually probably have these up on our Instagram story sale later today, so just be sure to check us out over there. But next up, we have to work on the amethyst. So let's get our scale back. And I think I showed you earlier, but look at all of that beautiful amethyst. And actually, nice range of color on these. And for that reason, look at that. It really is so beautiful. So, you know, amethyst is actually much more affordable than sapphire, of course. So I think what we're going to do is add 5 carats of the amethyst instead of just 4. So easy. We'll definitely start by just, you know, pushing out some of the smaller ones. We got a nice large oval, and I think, let me see if I can pick a couple more larger ovals. Oh, this one's dark. Well, you know what? We're gonna go to those other tweezers. Perfect, look at that. Oh no, I think we have a rogue piece of diamond quartz. Get out of here. Okay, so we're at about 4 carats now. I definitely want at least one more large oval. That should put us at, yeah, almost 4.5. Otherwise, we can just, I think, finish it up with some of the smaller. Wow, exactly 5. So we've got exactly 5 carats of our amethyst. I think we're just gonna mix it up here and then put it in the wish bottle. So, of course, the next step is our diamond quartz. We're gonna need about 8 carats, but remember we added an extra carat of the amethyst, so we don't want to overfill it too much. I might try 7 carats of the diamond quartz, or about 7.5, just so that the bottle's not overfilled. Oh wow, look at that. First try, 7.5 carats, so that's perfect. I can put this back. Okay. So I think now we can mix these up. Perfect. And maybe mix it around just a little before we add it to, wow, look at that. That's actually a really nice proportion. It really looks like there's lots of amethyst, and it's those really small, round, faceted pieces. And then, of course, you've got those nice larger ovals, too. So let's see. We've got our wish bottle here. Let's see if we can do this all in one take. We almost need a fallout container to blow. Oh, we've lost some, but no worries, I'll show you. So that happens. One easy way, of course, would be to use this, but I've got, oh, I'm so sorry. I've actually got something else, which is this little scoop. And the scoops make it really, really easy. Not quite sure if that's quartz or just a piece of paper. All right. perfect. And then we mix this one up, but just give it a little shimmy. And look at that. You know, at the end of the video, I'll zoom in and we can check out what we've made so far. So like I mentioned, we have some tourmaline. Now, the only issue with this tourmaline is it's pretty large. So I'm not sure how well it would fit into the wish bottles. We would absolutely need to pick some smaller pieces to make that work. We have larger wish bottles as well, but the nice ones work, or I'm sorry, the small ones work nicely too, just because they're certainly more affordable than our larger wish bottles. And then that way everybody has an option, everybody at every price point. So, well, let's set up and let's do a small tourmaline, but the first thing we're gonna have to do is sort through this a bit and find the smaller pieces. So for this little sorting project, I actually think the easiest way might be if we use something with a white background, and I'm just being resourceful here. This is actually the lid to one of our gift boxes, but nice and white. So I'm going to put a little bit in here to start. So we get a nice flat layer. And let's get one of our little metal trays. And I think we should just sort through this a bit. And like I said, we need to bear in mind the size of the little wish bottle. They're small, and then they have a small mouth as well. Gosh, look how pretty. This one's actually bicolored. It's very subtle, but there's a little pink on the tip. And I think that one fits beautifully. There are some nice, very thin pieces like this. I think that's really nice too. It's gonna show up really nicely in there. And oh gosh, I love these bright yellows. I don't know if it's showing up. Again, I think next time we might zoom in a bit more. But look, this one is a bicolored pink, green, and yellow. The green's up top, and then it's sort of ombre to pink. Score. That one's beautiful. Let's see. Oh my gosh, so much pink today. Look at that beautiful green. It's a little big. Otherwise, I would pull that one. Oh my gosh. Do you see that one? I bet it's not showing up. It's pink and then green. And there's even a little more pink on that side. And I see another one. Okay, let's add that. We're gonna have to weigh these shortly. There's another bicolored piece, only this one, it's a very tiny, almost double point, and it's deep pink at the top and then a lighter pink, almost lavender at the bottom. That one's gotta go in. Okay, and I think we need some more green. Again, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, that one's a little double, and it's got some pink at the top. So this one's bicolored as well. Oh, that one's bicolored too. Wow, these are all so cute. And I think we need another really cute green like that, the bright, for some nice color contrast. So let's get those added. Okay. Wow, these are so beautiful. There's a tiny one. That one definitely has to go in. And I almost don't think we have a bright, bright pink just yet. There's some very pastel. So I think we need a bright piece. What are you thinking? Should we use a thicker? Ooh, actually, look right here. That one's nice and pink. Not quite as dark as some of these, but still. That one works. It gives us really nice contrast. Let's go with one more green. I think I'll try this one right here because it's very bright. And let's try one more bright pink. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I can't decide this one or this one. Let's try this one and let's weigh. Let's see what we're up to in weight. With these, I probably want to be around, I would say 5 carats at least, but let's see. 5 carats, just if you didn't know, that's about 1 gram. So 1 gram equals about 5 carats, of course. Let's see, just some easy math if you're ever trying to do that. So let's clear out that weight and we can pour this on. Let's see, I'm gonna guesstimate that we are at possibly 5 carats, maybe just over, honestly. Look how perfect. We couldn't do that again if we wanted to. So I know that's a little over 5 carats, but that is honestly perfect, perfect. So let's put that there. Let's put this here. Let's go ahead and add our diamond quartz as well, and then we'll put all of this away, of course. So this is our diamond quartz. And, you know, there's a little more volume to these. So I'm going to start with about 6.5 carats of the diamond quartz just to make sure we have plenty of space in the wish bar. I did it again. All right, but yeah, just to make sure we have plenty of space in the wish bottle. So let's do this first. Let's put the tourmaline back in. Well, that was really easy. And then the diamond quartz. Goodness. So again, we've got a little cleanup to do. Not as bad as the last time. There we go. And let's see, let's give that one a little shake. And then I want to make sure too that that's plenty of diamond quartz so that it looks like we have a nice full bottle, which I think that looks really nice. That one is really beautiful. I'm excited for that one. We might have to make a few of these, and then perhaps I'll make some of the larger ones too. But let's tidy up a bit. I'm going to, let's see, get this all back together. Like I mentioned, this isn't even everything for the tourmaline. This is just one bag. Let's see, if I put this away, I can show you there's actually a bit more. Okay, and now like I mentioned, I have more of this tourmaline. I'm just curious to see I'm definitely curious to see what we can find in here. I haven't gone through this at all to look at it. And I really, if you follow us on Instagram and you've watched any of our sales, I'm sure you've heard me talk about how distracted I can get by crystals, and that is absolutely the truth. I will sit here and sort through all these pieces. I'll pull out my favorites, and then I just mix them all back up because, of course, I want to be fair. I want to make sure that when we split these up into sets that everybody gets, you know, a little bit of everything. Look, this one, I don't know if you can see again, but it's the most beautiful little bicolored piece. Next time we're definitely gonna zoom in a bit more. Okay, and then here's a double. It looks very similar to this one, but you've got two tourmaline crystals that grew in tandem with one another. I'm not sure if you can see that. Does that help at all? I think it does, actually. A little fuzz in there, too. But yeah, I love these greens that are teetering on blue. So beautiful. Look, there's a little lavender in the bottom of that one. Wow, those two are so beautiful. That's like unicorn colors. All right, let's put these in the bag and then, or over here, and then we'll see if we can find some more to search through a bit. Oh my goodness, that's so tiny, it's gonna take me all day. That's better. And just one more there. Okay, so let's see. We can probably fit the rest of this in one. So yeah, let me move that amethyst to make sure she's not under my elbow. I don't know. Are you guys seeing any? Oh gosh, look at that. Sort of lavender, and then that bicolored teal and pink. Those bright greens. Oh gosh, look at this one. Oh my goodness, do you see the blue on that one? It's very ombre. Let me clear this out a bit. I hope you can see that one. And this, same thing. So this one is pink, but with a green tip. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I hit the tripod. And then this one, is that one bicolored? Maybe not. I think it just looked that way because of the shadow. Oh my gosh, look at that one. And then there's that very lavender piece. I love all of the watermelon, mermaid colors. Are you kidding me? I don't know if you can see this one. It's pink, and it has a purple tip to it. So beautiful. Well, there's another very lavender, almost a steel blue color. And now there is almost a proper blue. Almost. Oh my gosh. I did it again. I apologize. Look at this one. So many blues. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is so... You could facet that into a gemstone. That's as good as it gets right there. That's beautiful. Oh gosh, look how large that one is. Look at the termination on that one. It's perfect. Gosh, I hope you guys can see that. that termination is perfection. So much blue in this batch. Well, you're not going to believe it. I have just a little bit more. Do you want to see more? Let me clear this up. So much blue in that one. There's even some nice bright fuchsia as well. If you're wondering, yes, I do have a dump pile. I'll show you. Oh my goodness. So I tend to use these little felt trays, or at least some version of a felt tray, when I'm working on this, because they have these nice lips to them, and that prevents things from flying everywhere. And trust me, I'm very accident prone. So this is more of a preventative measure. So let me show you. I have a different felt container that I use as my little, that's where I'm putting all of the tourmaline for now. That's what we've already gone through. So let me see, but we do, oh, it's so pretty. We do have a little bit more. Gosh, it might even be enough for at least one more full, maybe two. I think one. Okay. I see some yellows in here already. Oh gosh, look at that one. That one was grown over maybe by quartz or something, but it's almost like a pig in a blanket, for lack of a better reference. But let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's one very full lid, but let's see. Trying to tidy up on the side here a bit. Oh, already. Do you see that blue? That is beautiful. So now, you know, blue is one of, I'm gonna fix this tripod, everybody, I promise. I actually have a new one on the way. It's gonna be perfect for these overhead or POV shots, but look at that. There's a little lavender color at the top of that pink. This little bicolored piece. Oh my goodness. Do you see this green and blue right there? There's another little perfect bicolored piece. Very nice termination. That one's fully terminated right there. That one's subtle, but it does have a little pink on one end. Lots and lots of pink in this one. Oh, I see another little bicolored piece right there. And again, it's tiny. Perfect termination. This one is very unicorn. It's like pastel blue with a little whisper of pink at the top. There's another very beautiful lavender blue color. This one's a bit more crowded, so we're not seeing it as well, but there's another nice pink and sort of yellow-green, both of those, actually. There's another very unicorn pastel blue and pink. Oh, gosh. I could make, easily make several more of those very small wish bottles, so we'll have to get those priced up later, and I'll get them up on our story sale over on our flash sales page. So on Instagram we have two accounts. We have the Gold Digger Traders account, and then we have one called Gold Digger Traders Flash Sales, all one word, and that's just where we do our story sales There are some there right now. It's nice because you can just sort of shop at your leisure, check it out at work when you have time or from home. We do live sales as well, and those are always fun because we can talk, we can see things in real time. You can ask questions. I can show you further detail. It's almost like, for lack of a better reference, home shopping, but personalized, very personalized, because you get to ask questions. You get to ask for more detail, and yeah, it's very interactive. We actually have a lot of fun. We tend to be very silly. We, the collective, meaning me and everybody that hangs out during the live sales. We have so much fun. I love housewives, so I'm always open to talk housewives and crystals. If you want to come in and just chat and watch the show, and feel free, to shop as well. But we have lots of people who come just for the fun and just for the conversation, and we are okay with that too. We are happy to have everybody. We have a nice little community that we've built on Instagram, and we've made real friends on the internet, and then real friends in real life. We've met a lot of our customers too. It's been over 5 years now, and it's been just the great joy of my life, truly, honestly. And we even have new, different, and exciting things planned for this year coming up. We're gonna level up a bit. There's lots of exciting stuff on the way. So for now, we're gonna wrap up our wish bottle videos. Let's see. So after all that, not too long, we can bring this back. This is our little wish bottle kit. And I think I'm just going to, that's an empty that we can put back. And that's our sapphire and ruby. We'll put those there. And then this is our new sapphire, the new one that we just made today. This is the amethyst that we just made today. And then this is the little watermelon. I call it watermelon tourmaline just because of the colors. But that's our little very pastel tourmaline wish bottle. It's so cute. But like I mentioned, those will be available a little later today on the story sale over on Instagram. Put some of our pieces away here. I like to keep these in here too. I still have one that has sapphire in it, so I'm gonna transfer that one and get it. I keep these in little bags and they're all labeled, and it is extremely helpful. So perfect. Oh, you know what? We actually have some amethyst, same thing. So we need to get that into a bag. And somehow, this will work. I have one. I don't think it's the correct one, but that's okay too. Okay, oh gosh, this one's very full. I'm nervous. It worked perfectly. Okay. Put that back. All right, we have one more. And then, oh no, we have one more even. So then these are our little scoops. I love these so much because they are so handy. And then of course, these are my tweezers. And I have that very handy pair that was working so well today. All right, we can can close that up. And I think we are all done for today. You know, this is our first official long format YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave us comments, leave feedback. Let us know what you think. Ask any questions you may have about wish bottles, about crystals, about our Instagram business. We have a website as well, golddiggertraders.com. You can start shopping now. We use that primarily to supplement our live sales. So a lot of it is just accessories like sphere stands. There's jewelry. There's small things, so really nice, neat carvings. But most of the action is generally during our live sales or story sales. So definitely follow us on Instagram for the most up-to-date and current new releases. And we do about 50% crystals, 50% jewelry. And all of our jewelry is 100% natural, sterling silver. And there are instances where we will use man-made stones or metals that are not sterling or gold. If that is the case, we will absolutely let you know, and they will be priced accordingly as well. When I say that, what I mean is sometimes we have jewelry that will be fossilized, you know, bones or fossilized sea animals. We also have Roman glass, which is an antiquity, and we've also had Viking arrowhead jewelry. So again, not a natural gemstone per se, but still artifact jewelry, fossilized or fossil jewelry, and then occasionally we'll have things like mystic topaz. If you're not familiar, mystic topaz is natural white topaz, but it has been coated, very similar to angel aura quartz, if you're familiar. So we will have those items as well. But again, anytime we do have an item that has been modified in any way, I'm going to let you know that. I'm very honest and forthcoming, and I like to be very informative, educational, and we're here for everybody. We're here for anyone who's in crystals for the metaphysical benefits. If you just like collecting, if you're a geologist, anything, everyone is welcome with us, and we are willing to discuss everything from science to metaphysical practices. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, leave comments, leave feedback, let us know what you think. Send requests if you'd like to see something else. And thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you more than you know.